Hello everyone, and welcome back to Brick Country. Mason here. Today, we're going to be updating my Lego city with the addition of 2 new modular buildings and several mini builds to add some color and life to my Lego city. Let's get started. First, let's take a look at the 2 new modular buildings I'm adding to my Lego city. The Town Hall and the Fire Brigade. I've been wanting both these buildings for quite some time, so it's really cool to add them to the collection today. Let's start off with an in-depth look at both buildings. This is Town Hall, set 10224. It was released in 2012 for $200. Nowadays though, this set could cost you up to $900 if you wanted it sealed. It has 2,766 pieces and is the tallest of the main modular building line. That is not counting Avengers Tower and Daily Bugle, as those are Marvel buildings. Got some very nice color scheme going on here with the white, gray, and this dark nougat. It reminds me a lot of the corner garage in my Lego city. There's some very nice ornate details at the base with 3 of these very nicely detailed pillars. There's some skeleton legs used to make some ornate columns in this roof detail, as well as croissants and a printed shield tile. Got some nice angles here for this entrance. Going up a level, we have the balcony where the mayor can stand, have him posed up there. The next floor just has this flower pot, but it's still pretty cool. The top floor, or roof, however, has nice snot detailing to do 1891, which I'm guessing was the town's founding. Got a printed clock piece on top, and a bell. This one does not ring, but it is fixed in position. But I like the dark stone gray color scheme right there. Gives it a cool effect. Got this old man trying to climb up to clean the bell. On the roof, there's some skylights, as well as a rooftop entrance, which leads to the elevator shaft, which I'll show in a minute. Got some nice minifigures in the set as well. 2 kids down here kind of exploring. Some newlyweds, photographer. There's a secretary in her office, which I could show in a minute. And then the mayor and the old man, as I showed earlier. The ground floor is pretty detailed. If you come inside, you got a main entrance hall, which leads to a area where the mayor can give some speeches. Got a podium with another one of those printed shield tiles over here. Over here's the secretary's office I was telling you about. Make your way this way. There's a nice statue and bench in the corner. And then you lead to the elevator shaft. This is actually the only modular building to include a working elevator. You take this switch, pull it out, and you lift. I'll show you the device real quick. It's a very simple build, but it works very well. Slips right in this crevice, and then I can show you in a minute, the upper floors have little tiny notches coming out. So when you lift, you pull out the notch, put it above it, and it would lock at that position. Very nice. We got a crawl space kind of under here. Some nice ivy going up the walls. Window detailing, and a door in the back. With the second floor on, here's that notch I was telling you about. You take it up, and it stops at the floor you want. The third floor also has one of those as well. I'm going to lower mine back to the first floor though. Let's take a look inside. On the back though, we have some nice window detailings and a dark tan wall. Inside, however, the elevator shaft continued. Got a little desk over here, nice area rug. Get a nice loft vibe going on here, which goes all the way down to the conference room, is what I'm gonna call it. Then we have the mayor's desk. Got a bench over there where someone can sit if they're talking to the mayor. Nice lamp and frog ornament on his desk. Very relaxing chair. And a nice picture of a ship on the wall. He also has a window that overlooks the conference room as well. Very nice. On the last floor, we have this meeting room for the mayor. You can obviously see the mayor's chair in the back. There's this printed globe element which can rotate, so you can have it posed on a country if you want. We have the loft effect again, going down to the main conference room, and the elevator shaft continued. Here is where it would do a rooftop access, as I showed earlier. There's also a nice plant in the corner. Overall, this is a very nice modular building. Now, let's take a look at one of my favorite modular buildings, the Fire Brigade. Set number 10197. It was released in 2009 for the original retail price of $150. But nowadays, if you want to get this set sealed, it could be up to $600 now. That's crazy. It has 2,231 pieces and several cool details. These are engine pieces, as you can see on the fire truck, used to make some ornate details. Nice snot work up here to make it angled out. Snot is studs not on top, if you don't know. You have 1932 embedded in snot technique right here. Several windows. Nice brickwork done with burgundy red or dark red and light stone gray. We also have a representation of the American flag right above the door. There's some golden fire hats and fire equipment on either side to make some ornate detailing. Some dark tan for the base of the building. We have a nice tree, one of the older dog molds. And as I was saying earlier, a classic fire truck. How cool is that? There's room for 2 firemen in there. It looks like an emergency brake in the middle. Got some hoses on side and a ladder on the other, and some fire extinguishers and a oxygen tank right here on the back. And this thing just rolls perfectly into the building, and you can even shut the garage bay door, just like that. You got a nice number 3. I'm guessing this is fire station number 3 in the Lego City, theoretically. Obviously, this is my only one. Then you have a firefighter kind of enjoying his day off, and a townsperson. These are the older minifigures that have just the simple smiley faces. And the original modular buildings, for some reason, did not include jumpers for your figures. That's why you were seeing it knocked over earlier. Got a mailbox over here. And now let's take a look at some of the interior details of this amazing building. Inside the first floor, we have a fireman's pole, of course, the fire truck parked over here, some gear underneath the staircase, as well as some more firefighting gear over here. I like how they used frogs for hooks over here. They're meant to hold the helmets, but I've put them in this bucket over here with some other equipment so they don't fall off as easily. If I open the garage door, you can see the rail goes over the roof, and I'll move the fire truck out real quick. And you can see it's a big tile element with yellow stripes on either side. Going up the staircase over here, you'll find a nice clock, and then we're on to the second floor. Moving on to the second floor, you can see the staircase is continued in the back corner. We have a nice bookshelf over on this wall. If I rotate it around, you can see there is a nice ping pong table over here for the firefighters to play with their downtime. 2 ping pong paddles and a chef's hat were included. I just kind of keep them in the second floor so they don't get lost. We have a fridge, which does have interior details, if I can show you real quick. There you go. Got some water bottles and some sausages inside. Very nice build for that. I might use this in other mocks in the future. Just that design, that is. Got a kitchenette in the back corner with an oven and several cabinets and a sink as well. The fireman's pole is continued in the back corner. It is sadly not functioning because of these tent pieces holding them at the perfect location, as you can see here. But it lines up perfectly between the first and second floor. There's also a couch on the back corner. And now let's move on to the third floor. Well, not really floor, but roof. Most modular buildings have 3 floors, but the fire brigade has only 2. You have a nice water tower on top. The bell in this one can swing freely, pretend it's ringing. Got a trash can and the rooftop access, which leads to the staircase down the second floor. The back of this building is really cool. Got some nice arches framing these bottom windows, vent, and this burgundy red wall, this dark red wall, some nice windows. There's also these grass detailings on the back with some bit of dirt, and you can open this back door to reveal the interior of the fire station. The fire truck can roll through here. I don't know why it would exactly, but it's cool that this functions here with these old wooden door pieces because they don't make them like this anymore. Very nice. Oh, and real quick, before I forget, one thing I didn't know about the fire brigade is it's actually built on 2 separate half dark gray base plates. I'm guessing that's because they hadn't made a full dark gray base plate as of the time of this set. Now they have, of course, and they use it all the time with the future buildings and current buildings as well. But for some reason, they didn't for this. They didn't like make a new one. They just used two halves. But it's actually surprisingly sturdy. You'd think since it's on two separates, it would bend and flex. It's actually a very solid, very nice fire station build. Now that we've taken a nice in-depth look at both of these buildings, let's place them in the Lego City. But before we place them, however, let me show you where I plan on putting them. So I slid the Jazz Club that was previously here, rotated it and slid it to the back, and installed my custom grocery store, which is a half base plate corner right here. Slid the police station down, and now we have two open base plates because I extracted the museum. I also added a pull-in using 1x yellow tiles and several 2x light stone gray tiles right here. Moved a street lamp that was previously in this area and just made a nice pull-in over there. And the Natural History Museum has been moved over here. You'll probably remember this build from my recent short where I have proudly displayed my M&R 2x2 tile, and I think it blends very nicely in this whole corner. I moved the pet shop and the apartment building right over here by the Grand Emporium and moved the El Cubo Fine Arts Center right by the tunnel. I think the buildings in these positions looks a lot better than they previously did. And now let's add two new amazing buildings to the Lego City. There we go. How cool does that look? We have the fire truck pulling out, getting onto the road. I moved some of the figures out onto my sidewalk that has available studs since the buildings did not, and I didn't feel like modifying them. I love how these buildings have these points, which gives a nice effect to the skyline feel. And as you can see, if I give a nice view over here, the town hall is insanely taller than all these other modular buildings, again, not including Avengers Tower and Daily Bugle, as those are Marvel modular buildings, not main modular buildings. Last thing I want to show you today is some tree designs I've been working on. I used some Technic pieces to give this nice curved effect, and a light stone gray minifig pose piece to give the tree effect. I got a birch looking one, as well as a brown looking one. I added branches on this one. I think I like this one more. I just didn't have the pieces to duplicate it, sadly. And then I built two different tree top designs. We have a very flat design, which will go on the birch. And then this one I took a little more time on. This is the rounded looking one. There is a cylinder running through the whole thing and several minifig pose pieces to have that cool rounded effect. Lastly, there is these tread pieces, and I'm gonna use these for the potted plant bases in my Lego City. Now, let's build and place these things. There we go. How cool is that? With the tread pieces giving that nice potted plant effect. I think it adds a nice pop of color. I placed one right over here, across from the Grand Emporium, and the other one in front of the town hall and police station. Like I said, I think I like the brown design better, and if I get to do more, I'll probably do them in the brown design, but I liked the option and being able to do both to be able to decide. But now you can see what I'm saying. They add a nice splot of color as you're looking through the Lego City, having these vibrant trees. I want to add several more trees throughout my Lego City to make it feel more organic and feel more colorful, because there's a lot of gray with the roads as well as with the sidewalks. So I feel like adding greenery like these barriers and these trees really breaks that up. Well, there you have it, my Lego City update video. I hope you guys enjoyed. We did a lot of good work today, adding two new modular buildings to the Lego room, a pull-in for the fire brigade, as well as two new tree designs with that fun tread technique to give the potted plant effect. It's been a really fun project adding trees, and I hope to add several more to the Lego City in the future. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe, and to follow me on all my socials as well. See you guys later. Farewell.